Happy Friday. Okay, but it's not really a happy Friday, but nonetheless, it's gonna get worse, and it's gonna probably get much worse. There is two situations here. There is the long-term situation, and then there is the short-term situation. I will explain both. I'll show you the news that came out, which will be the driving factors for short-term price action as well as long-term price action. You might not like what you see, and I apologize ahead of time for your emotional imbalance, if that's what my video is gonna cause for you, but I have to be honest here. So if you look at the chart overall, like this thing here, don't tell me in the comments I didn't warn you. I told you that this could have a very high probability of happening, so it did, and Mr. Sporon strikes again. But nonetheless, so on AVAX, I've actually put in a limit order right now at the level of, if it's gonna focus, 3,500. So 35.9 on Ethereum, I'm gonna be taking a long trade. However, it's gonna be a very short-lived long trade. Let me explain what that is and what the logic here actually lays. What the logic here actually is. Anyway, Friday, long week. So also we had technical difficulties with our main cameras, so I have to film a video like this with a hand, like one of those influencer things. Anyway, first of all, let me go through the news, and then I'm gonna show you the logic behind my actions here and the reason why I'm putting in this long trade over on AVAX. And this is a quick reminder for you guys that on AVAX, you trade in decentralized way. Whenever you trade on AVAX, you actually retain control of your assets. Similar to Hyperliquid, but it's actually a lot more user-friendly, and it's the only perp DEX that actually has a mobile app. And I suggest you build up as many XP points as you possibly can, because right now myself, I have 200,000 XP points, and these will be quite useful down the road. Anyway, and there is a link to 10% cashback on AVAX in the description of this video. First piece of news, which is important to understand, but this is gonna be short-term piece of news. So this is gonna be what is gonna affect the price in the short term. It's right here. We're expecting a rate cut, which is going to be right here. The decision will be on the 29th of October, and there is a 94% probability of the rate cut happening. And this is something that if you look at the price action, we see in Bitcoin, we're actually at the very important support, which is this one. And then I would really like to see this support, which is gonna be 100,000. On Ethereum, we kind of retested this major yellow resistance. We kind of went above, and now we're going back into the area of interest, which is like 3,500. So for this particular reason, I've put in the limit order, the first one over on AVAX at like 50, or whatever, I showed you this before. And on Bybit, I haven't taken any trades recently. These are all the same trades I had before, so I showed you all of these before. And my orders are right now on Bybit also 35.9 and 3,300. So the logic here is very simple. I think that the market right now, we have this, another cascading liquidation event to the downside to kick people out. And then going into the next couple of weeks, probably we're gonna see, unless something changes, I'll keep it posted, so subscribe, hit that notification bell. I think we're gonna have a small rally, possibly off of these levels, or a tiny bit lower, and then a small rally, just because of the rate cut, and the market will be kind of anticipating the rate cut and kind of front running the rate cut. And once the rate cut will happen, probably will reverse going to the downside, especially if this piece of news plays out. And here I'm gonna show you exactly the piece of news I'm talking about here is going to be about the long term. As I told you, something is short term, which I just described, and then something is long term. And that's how you do analyze the market. You're not gonna be always right, but that's the right approach. Here is the long term piece of the news. BOJ to raise rates if economy aligns with forecasts. So Japan is suffering. And as I told you before, that the Japan has a lot of issues right now with their economy because they've been in quantitative easing too much, inflation, all these things. And the only thing that they can really theoretically do is raise rates and start dumping long-term US treasuries, which will spike the price and the interest on the long-term treasuries for the US, which US cannot afford. It's gonna probably lead to a big collapse until US steps in, starts printing money again, bringing more inflation, and bringing down those long-term interest rates. So therefore, I think that this is the primary reason why we continue seeing weakness, because the world is very unstable, and this United States situation is not clear yet. 1st of November is kind of looming. China wants to make a deal, US kind of wants to make a deal. What will happen? I told you have to pay attention to this, and it still stands. But most important long term, I think, is going to be this Japan situation. So therefore, I'm taking this over on Evadex and also over on Bybit. Short-term trades, quick bounce to the upside, quick take profit, and then from there, probably maybe I will entertain the possibility of taking a short. I know that autumn, I don't want to say the word short. I understand that the autumn is usually very good, and historically like October, November, December always goes up. I want to see that too, but with these deciding factors, Japan and China and tariffs, this could fuck shit up. Historically, if you look at the history of price evolvement, so to speak, and price action, certainly prices during these periods of time of the year have been going up unless there was something bad from keeping it from happening. So that's what I wanted to mention here. And if you guys want to see my trades live, there is a way to do that, because I always I might remove these orders in 5 minutes. I cannot make a video about it. So here's going to be a video popping up on the screen. Go check it out. You will learn how to actually get access to my trades for absolutely free and some market updates. Not all of them. It's not a full trading club, but that we have. But it's going to be something quite useful for you. So go check out this video and stay smart in the market, because what we're going into right now might be not so much fun. So stay smart, stay vigilant, and have an amazing weekend.